faster. I want everything faster. We want things faster. We want the internet faster. We want the cell phone to go faster, load faster. You're too slow, you're too slow, you're too slow. Lack of patience 101. The microwave fix. Hello, today we're going to talk about the microwave fix. Have you ever heard that expression before? The microwave fix? It means absolutely no patience whatsoever, doesn't it? I was that person, and I'm sure you were too. Microwave fix. I want it now. I want it yesterday. I want it faster. You're not fast enough. I want it on my desk yesterday. All those wonderful phrases about microwave fast. It comes with having absolutely no patience with technology, people, or all that included. The microwave fix. I want it done in 2 minutes or less. And sometimes we put it in 30 seconds or less than 30 seconds is too slow sometimes, right? So, just being real with you today, some of the things that I went through in my life were, revolved around, ADHD, and the hyperness can involve having absolutely no patience. I would be at the computer with my knees bouncing up and down. My mind is literally on the computer screen, and I'm multitasking. Faster. I want everything faster. We want things faster. We want the internet faster. We want the cell phone to go faster, load faster. You're too slow, you're too slow, you're too slow. Lack of patience 101. The microwave fix. So, some of the things that comes along with that is being very demanding. I was very demanding. Because you weren't so quick. Haven't you been that person that stood in line, no matter if it was at a restaurant or at a store, and you're like, would you just hurry up already? You didn't care about the people in front of you. You only cared about yourself. Am I being right? Okay, that's the way I used to be. Now, I will tell you that I have a lot more patience today than I used to have, and I actually prayed for it, which I think was a blessing. I won't call it a curse because we need more. We do need more of that today. But microwave fixes are really rare. Okay, get the car done quicker. Okay, how much time? I need this done in 15 minutes. I have a schedule to keep. Not knowing what the person's going to have to go through in order to get your car fixed. I need the oil done in 5 minutes or less. Hurry up, go faster. What happens is you turn into a very demanding person, and I was a jerk to a lot of people. I was very intensely impatient with many, many, many people. School. And I'm gonna go to college at this point. I'm sitting on an online class, and I'm being real with you. I'm on a class, and I'm the kind of person, if I'm watching a video and they're really not keeping my attention on this video, I like to scroll through the middle, even though they tell you watch the whole thing all the way to the end. So what I do is I scroll through the middle, scroll, and I'm going back and forth, and nothing makes any sense. Let's just get to the video and be done, right? I wanted all the entertaining stuff through the whole video, right? I didn't want any of the low stuff that I had to learn along the way. Well, when do we get to that point? I would always say in those videos, I wanted it quick, I wanted it fast. And the problem with that was I lost a lot of the knowledge along the way. I wasn't the person that would stop and smell the roses. I look at the roses, okay, great, let's move on. And I zoomed past life in such a speed that I lost a lot of things along the way. I lost wisdom. I was a very foolish person. Very, very prideful. I had a lot of pride. All about me. It's about me. It's about my dream. I was a I guy. I was a very self-absorbed individual. At times I probably was very toxic, because if it wasn't fast enough, then my anger rose quickly. And I didn't realize it, but I was so impatient. I wanted everything to be fast. And not every good thing comes quickly. And you know that phrase that says, good things come to those who wait. Scratchboard, right? Who wants to wait? A person who puts their money into a bank and saves their money for a rainy day, which equals when you have the money to buy that stereo or that car or that house because you saved. Okay, I wasn't that person. As soon as I got something, I wanted to spend it foolishly. I never had the money, so what did I do? I was that person that relied on credit cards. Those cards that cost you interest along the way, and you can never seem to pay off or get down to that bare minimum balance that they ask for. Yeah, that was me. And I made foolish decisions. Quick, fast decisions. They'll give you what you want, but it's going to cost you more than you could ever imagine, right? I was that person. That had no patience, and when somebody told me to just wait a little bit, or a nudge from a friend to wait a little bit, or a nudge from the Lord to wait a little bit, I was furious. I wanted it now, I wanted it fast, and I wanted it yesterday, and yesterday was even too slow. I was that person. Are you that person? Because that can cause you more problems and more stress than you can ever imagine. It really can. And you got to think about this a second, if you can. Think about this. If you're like this at home and you're married and you're like this, what is your spouse? What do they think about you? Or if you're a sibling, what do your brother and sisters think about you? Do they, because you're like this, if you're still like this, see, I'm not like this like I was. Now, did you catch that? I said like I was. Now, am I still like that? Yeah, I'm human. There are still tendencies. Okay, there are still tendencies of having that lack of patience every so often. And I have that problem where in my mind, when nothing is happening, I'm pacing. Like an animal, pacing. Okay, I'm that person who paces in my mind. I'm waiting for the next video, the next creative product, the next website, whatever. I do that. I have to be busy. But when you're too busy, do you have time to hear from the Lord and what He wants you to do? He's waiting for you to get into a quiet place and be still. I had to learn that. It took a long time to learn to be patient and be still. And most of the time, the only time I was still was when I'm in my bed sleeping. Okay? He would speak to me then. Or I'm on a long drive going somewhere and He would speak to me then because He had me exactly where He wanted me to be. Quiet and peaceful and not moving. Are you that person? I know a lot of you are. See, we live in a day and age where everything has to be fast. We expect to go to a restaurant that says fast food and get your food under 2 minutes. Don't expect it to be nourishing, but you are guaranteed it to have under 2 minutes. So to have it microwave fast and have it fast isn't always the best decision. Sometimes oven fast, a slow cooking process will make the turkey even yummier than popping it in the microwave with all those radiation, making it faster. Do you understand my analogy here? Okay. Because of the lack of patience that I used to have, I caused people around me lots of stress. I got angry, I got frustrated, I want things fast, and I turned into somebody who was a jerk, but beyond that, and I can't really say it what I want to say on camera. I'm going to think you understand. I really was hard to get along with growing up. And a lot of people who live with ADHD, the hyper part, they have absolutely no patience. Absolutely no patience, and they want to move fast, and they act fast, and they do fast, and then they feel, oh, I screwed up. And that was me. I didn't hear back from this person through emails, through texts, not knowing that they're busy working or they have a life and they're doing something else, and I'm not listening, and I want them to do what I want on my time as fast as I want them to move. Now, does that sound selfish? Yes, that sounds very selfish, right? And a microwave fix, just in this day and age, it's just it's outrated and outdated. It's just outdated. Everything. We move fast. You're driving down the highway and the guy in front of you is too slow. Oh, are you kidding? Yes, I am that person too. You're just too stinking slow. I want to take my hand outside the car and push them out of the way so I can go. And you know what the funny thing is that same person that you cut off ends up meeting you at the stoplight, and you're thinking, please don't get angry with me. Please don't get angry with me. Please don't get angry with me. I have no patience today. So I want you to just think about this, a couple things. These are some of the things that I lived with growing up in my 20s and 30s. It affected my marriage. It affected my relationships with people. And I cut people off. I was a jerk to a lot of people. Self-absorbed, big time, which means is you're selfish. You're very selfish. And you don't care about anybody but you. You don't care. You don't want to listen. You don't want to sit down and you're missing the big picture. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're missing the big picture. The big picture is it's not about you. And it never was about you. Okay? Who did you bless today? Who did you reach out today? Who did you give a smile today? Who did you pay for, their meal today? Who did you bless today? Because I was so impatient. I lost focus of the blessings that were in front of me every single day. Are you doing that? Are you missing the blessings that are in front of you every single day? You don't understand. You don't understand. You know what? We're going to say that until the cows come home. And they're not coming home yet. Okay? The problem is if you put yourself into such a tight squeeze that you have absolutely, there's no time, you can't even breathe, there's a problem. Okay? You got to recalculate your mind. Where are your priorities right now? Where are your priorities right now? Just think, the next time you go get a cup of coffee, Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, wherever, why don't you smile at them and thank them for making that for you? Instead of They're just too slow in this line, too slow. You know what? Here's the thing, man. You don't know what they're doing behind the scenes. Everybody who is too slow for you is doing something else for somebody else. Get it? You are doing something else. And I was that person that I was so aggravated I would want to jump behind the counter and make the drink myself. Just too slow, too slow. The thing about it is I'm going to tell you something. Everybody is thinking that, possibly. Okay? They are making this drink, and this has to do this, and this flavor has to go in there. Yada. It takes time. Nobody wants to hear it takes time. Getting back to the no patience thing is I had a problem, and there's two things that drove me nuts. First thing was we live in 2025 now, and there's no 24-hour banking system, right? ATMs are still available, but you can't walk into a bank at 7 or 8 o'clock at night, right? And you're thinking, well, of course not. Well, let me ask you a question. All the restaurants are practically 24 hours. Amazon's 24 hours. Why isn't a bank 24 hours? And sometimes what happens is things happen on the weekends when the banks aren't open, and you're like, why does it always happen on the weekends? Why does it always happen on the weekends? Or a doctor's office. Doctors' offices aren't 24 hours. That's the way I used to think. I got so frustrated. I need this and I need this now. It would be a Sunday or something, and they're not open. Or, I call them on a Monday, and, we have no available. Oh, I don't care. I'm going to come in anyways. Oh, sure. Just come in. You're going to be sitting a long time in the office. So, just some things to think about when you're that person who wants the microwave fix and no patience. Think about the people around you. I decided to finally do that, to think about the people around me and what they're going through. You're not the only one who lives here. There are other people who live here. You have neighbors going through things, friends going through things. It's not all about you and not all about me. Okay? So I hope this helps you, that when you slow down a little bit, you could be more of a blessing than you can imagine to people. That being my last word, have a blessed day, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.